What's up, you guys on YouTube? Just making a quick video explaining what I plan on doing with my Del Sol. One of the first things I'm going to do soon is I'm going to do some body work on my Del Sol. I don't know how to do it, but my friend, he's going to teach me since he has learned the trait. So he's going to teach me how to take dents out and how to use some of that Bondo to make everything really equal on the body. So he's going to teach me how to do that. And also I'm going to paint it. I'm most likely going to paint it the OEM color that the Del Sol is right now. Can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's for the VTEC Del. Well, it's actually a black color that all Del Sols have if they're black. It has like a red and silver sprinkles inside of it. That's how it looks like. It's OEM. Also, I want to get a Fiero JDM wing for the EG. I already sourced one, but it's a little pricey. You know, all JDM parts that are hard to find are pricey. And I want to get that for my Del Sol. And it actually fits in the trunk, so if you guys don't know now, you know. It looks really nice. It's seamless. It's not like a crazy Mugen wing or something where it's like sticking up really high. You know, it's just seamless. It goes with the flow of the body, which I like. And also, what else do I want to do? The major thing I really want to do, I don't know if I'll do paint first or do this. It's buy a new motor for my car. I mean, my B16 is perfectly fine. Maybe I'll keep it if I rebuild it, but I'll see. I have to, you know, run the math to see what option is cheaper. But if I keep my Del Sol, I want to rebuild it, and rebuilding it's going to cost a few pennies because I like to get good quality parts when I order stuff for my car, and that would be, let's just say, rebuilding certain internals, etc. And that gets pricey when you rebuild. And I don't want to be NA if I keep my B16. I want to be turbo. And I know turbo setups, they could cost like $3 to $4 grand. And that's if you build the internals properly. So the total, it may average around 5 or 6. And I don't know if I really want to spend 5 or 6,000. But then again, maybe 4,000 will do it. I don't know if I go the cheaper route and I don't boost it too much. And if I do boost it, I only want to do around 300 horsepower, wheel horsepower. And that's only because I daily drive my Del Sol to both of my jobs. So, yeah, and I didn't go to my first job today. I picked the job and it's supposed to be for tomorrow, so I fucked up. But anyway, yeah. Just want to do that. And if I don't do the turbo, then I'm thinking of an H22, so an H2V conversion. Since I already have the B16 tranny, I would just rebuild the tranny and do an LSD. And LSD is mandatory if you go H2V, guys. And you ask why? It's because the H22 or the H23, it's a very torquey engine compared to other Hondas or in Hondas in general. They produce a lot of torque throughout the whole bandwidth, and it requires an LSD option, because if not, if you're just ripping through the gears, you're just going to be burning out on the right tire. And with LSD, you'll burn out as well, but it will grab traction a lot more better because of the LSD itself. And if I don't go H22, then I'll do a K series Frankenstein, which is a K20 top block or a K24 bottom block. And that also costs a pretty penny, but man, doing that naturally aspirated with the K20 and K24 blocks, you're easily acquiring, I think people say you easily acquire like 230 or 250, I don't really remember, but it's within that power gain. And it's nice, you know, because NA versus turbo, with NA, you know, your power is direct, it's there. And with the turbo, you know, there's always that little lag, you know. Once turbo picks up, it's going to go. But you know, NA, it's always nice. You know, the power's there when you need it. You don't have to wait for anything, just like those new SIs. But yeah, it's nice. And those are the major things I want to do to my car. Get a glass top for it. I'll probably get that because it's only $500, so I'll probably get that soon actually, if I sell enough PSPs. And yes, by the way, I sell PSPs. That's a side hustle I do. Also, I do photography. If you want to see some of my photos, go to LEL_REY, which is Ray _666. So it's L_Ray_666. And that's my Instagram. That's my laptop is restarting. And I do photography. I don't have all my stuff on Instagram, but you know, I upload things there every now and then. And that's another side hustle I do. And PSPs as well. They contain over like 12,000 games, so it's really nice. If you're interested, you know, just inbox me send me a message on YouTube or on Instagram. They both work perfectly fine, you know, because I communicate as fast as possible. And yeah, that's probably all I want to do. Oh, wheels too, obviously. I'm not desperately, but I'm looking for one of my favorite pairs I want to get. Either I want to get some SW spoon wheels, the Desmond Reagan Masters, in 16, probably 16 by 7 in the front and 16 by 7.5 in the rear, something like that. I don't want to do by 6, it's too small, or by 6.5. I want something a little more thicker with my setup, especially with the the horsepower that I want to attain. And if I can't find those, I'm thinking of getting some Rotas. No, I'm thinking about getting some Sprint Heart CPRs and 16s as well. I want to bump up 16s instead of 15s. So I want to get 16s on my Delso, the CPRs. It's just kind of hard to find rims because I have a 4x114 4-wide setup, and it's not easy to come by a lot of JDM option rims for that lug pattern. 4x100 is, it's scattered everywhere, but 4x114, it's a difficult lug pattern to find wheels for. And if you do find them, it's best to like purchase the wheels as soon as possible, because they fly by if there are other people that have Accords or that setup, Type R setup, by the way, 96 spec. And those are the two wheels I really want to get, and they're not that pricey compared to like CE28Ns. That would be like the optimal wheel I would love to get, but it's ridiculously expensive. They're nice wheels, but I don't see myself anytime soon getting those. Or I would love to get those for my SI, but they're pretty pricey. I think they might be like $3 or $4 grand. Depends by size, but yeah, they're expensive. And the Desmonds typically run around 1,000, and the CPRs as well, with tires, both of them. So those are more realistic. And I'm also trying to sell my CPs, my Sprint Heart CPs, with new tires, at least for like $800. Because if so, then I'll find some SW spoons or CPRs. Spoons are probably easier to get, but yeah, that's another thing I want to do with my Delso. And I think that's about it, really. Oh well, I need to change all my suspension. Everything is done. It's kind of squeaky, etc. I need to buy like a kit that has all the rubber pieces to replace, just so it could be like brand new. And an exhaust, maybe the exhaust that I'll get will be I was looking at them yesterday, an NVIDIA N1 or a Skunk 2 Mega Power exhaust, because I'm thinking about cutting my rear bumper. And if I don't cut my rear bumper, then I don't want to, because if I cut my bumper, I'm going to have to get one of those exhausts just because it looks aesthetically pleasing. And it's a good exhaust too, because it's really open and it allows good horsepower to awaken out of the engine. Or if I don't get that, then I'll get the bloody hell, what is it called? It's the oval shaped exhaust, but one of those. So I'll get one of those, and they still sell them. Oh, the Tanabe medallion, the Hyper medallion, that one's actually still available for the Delso, surprisingly. and they all are around the same price. So it just depends what I do, and I also want to get like a front splitter for my Delso. I might just make one for myself because my friend did it for his Mazda Miata, and it came out pretty nice. So I might do that, and maybe some infrared door handles from Japan for the Delso. Probably get that, but those are pretty much the big major things I want to do with my Delso. You know, just paint, engine, some more body. The more body parts that I want to get for the car, you know, like the wing, and that's about it. Yeah. So just like, subscribe, and if you guys have any questions, I always try to answer them as best and as soon as possible. And you know, I've been doing this for quite a few years now, so I have a considerable amount of knowledge about the Delso, and pretty much like EGs. And my girl has a CRX, which I haven't recorded yet. And I've been doing a lot of research on that car too. So, but I mean, all Hondas are pretty universal. But yeah, I'm out. Like, subscribe, comment, and if you're interested in the PSP, you know, just DM me on Instagram, L_Ray_666, and or on YouTube, and you can contact me about, you know, getting one of these PSPs. These are actually really good gift. I don't even know like what games to play sometimes because there's so many games. But yeah. Have a good one, y'all, and I'm out. Peace.